Hi folks, welcome back for another amazing video. As you guys could see with all the equipment I have floating around, come winter time I run into a situation with equipment having gasoline left over in the tanks, and some of that gasoline is still good enough to use now, but come spring, after sitting in the tank all winter, is it still good? Is it going to gum up my carburetor and everything else and make it such that now I have a repair to do? I have to redo the carburetor, the gas tank, the fuel lines, filter, and on and on. So what I decided to try is this thing. This is a fluid extractor, and you can read that right here. And some people use it for changing their oil. It comes with a thin enough line that you can put it right down your oil dipstick and draw the used motor oil out. I imagine for gear oil it would really be helpful, depending on the kind of radiator you have and so forth. It can help elsewhere also. What I'm going to use it for is removing gasoline from all these things, just to get as much gas out of them as possible. For equipment I want to keep running that's currently in a running condition, I'm going to put in my little concoction of seafoam, marine version stable, and ethanol-free gasoline. I just put a little bit in them, run them so that that bit gets in the carburetor, and let them be that way to get through the winter. Then I just fill them up and they take off, or typically they start right up. So what is this thing? You can buy this Holt Industries 2.3 gallon manual fluid exchanger. There's the item number. You can buy these in at Harbor Freight. I had a 20% off, so it's regularly $89.95. with the coupon out the door, I think it was somewhere like 73 bucks. So you could say, well, that's a lot of money for dumping gas. I have a lot of bikes around here. I also have that Corolla out back that I want to get into the gas tank and get a bunch of that gas out of there. So it might seem like a lot of money, but if you spill some of that gasoline on the ground and it creates a bit of an environmental situation or anything like that, you start saying, you know what, for 75 bucks out of my pocket, maybe this isn't a bad thing. If it saves you a couple of carburetor rebuilds, that'll pay you back your 75 bucks, not even considering the environmental stuff. So that's what I did. That's why I got it. So here it is. This is the tractor I got from my brother, and there wasn't a lot of gas in it. You could see a little bit on the bottom, I think. So all I had to do was you put the hose in the top there. You could see the rubber grommet, and you run it and you put it in the gas tank, and you just, you know, pump this handle a couple of times, and it pulls the gasoline right out of there. To dump this, when you're done, you take the hose out, and that comes out, and you can see you got a little bit of a pouring spout, and you just put the fluid you drained wherever you want. Looks like you could also take it apart should you have to clean it. For me, I'm going to use this for gasoline, especially in the beginning this winter. I really have a lot of stuff to drain out. I got to drain this thing, the scooter, you know, just going through here. I'd really, for this guy, I'd like to get the gasoline drained out of there and get a fresh start. The gas has been in there for a little while. Same with oh, where's the other guy? Well, there should be another one floating around that I don't see. It must be buried in the hoard there. That one too needs to be drained. So this is my way of keeping chemicals that don't belong on the ground off the ground. It's also my way of hopefully saving a bunch of carburetor rebuilds. My buddy actually uses this to change the oil in his truck. Some people are like doing that, some don't. My concern is on the bottom of the oil pan, given time, that you would end up with a certain amount of sludge building up there. So if it was, you know, the tough part of the winter and oh boy, you know, I don't trust anybody to change my oil, I'll just get underneath and spin the filter, and from on top I could extract the oil, and though I won't get all of it out, I'll get most of it out, and that'll get me to the spring. I guess I would say, yeah, I would do that and I wouldn't have too much trouble with it. But to always change my oil without ever getting it to where the pan drains out completely, you know, that, especially that extra little thick stuff on the bottom, I wouldn't be happy. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.